What is up, peeps? This is ForTheWinTCG, and I'd like to welcome you back to another YouTube video. And I haven't seen you in a short while. I believe it's been about 4 days or so, or up to 4 days with this being Sunday, and I think I last uploaded on Wednesday. But before I do obviously start talking about that, let's actually get into the video and discuss what we're going to be playing today. But obviously, you know, it is Shining Genesect. We're going to be playing it with Naganadel. I was sitting there going, you know, Naganadel is really good with energy switch. This has an energy switch built into it, so I thought, why not try it out and see if we can have some fun here and just hit some big numbers. This deck I have played only one game with so far, and in that game I was able to briefly discover what exactly I need to do to slightly fine-tune it. So I fine-tuned it a little bit, and I'm running in for a second game here. We've got an advantage. I wonder what we're up against. We're up against a grass deck. It would be interesting to know. So this deck uses Shrine of Punishment to obviously help hit numbers against GX decks. But in case we don't come up against GX decks, we also play Aether Paradise. We play 2-2 of each. And what I've done is actually incorporate a Lusamine, and the Lusamine is to allow us to reuse these stadiums if we require them over the other. So for example, that's a very bad start, by the way, the Shuckle. For example, if we come up against a GX deck and our shrines get taken out by Field Blowers or other stadium cards, considering we are effectively in a stadium meta, then we can use the Lusamine to recover them, the desired stadium, and bring them back into play. So let's say, for example, now we don't need our shrines, we can discard them, we can prioritize using Aether Paradise, in this game. So we're actually coming up against the Shrine deck. My guess is that this is the one and only Eggman deck, which is, of course, is the Alolan Executor, setting up very well on their end. Hopefully we can set up well enough and hit some numbers. This deck does hit some pretty good numbers, primarily against GX decks, of course, with the likes of Choice Banner Shrine, but it can still it can hit a decent amount with just Shining Genesect alone. Now, using Aether Paradise here would be kind of... Oh, wow, it's not. Okay, I was kind of ignorant there by not paying attention. They're playing a combi. We could shut down their deck in one turn, okay? And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a Sudowoodo. Because this card states that if you have a minimum of 4 or less on your bench, the attack does nothing. So, we're going to force them to have 4 cards on their bench. We're going to shut down their deck with one Pokemon. Obviously, they'd have to Guzma up and attack with an alternate attacker. Sudowoodo is weak to grass as well, so they shouldn't struggle too much. If they get just a Lurantis manually charged up, or if they get themselves a Sceptile, let's say, or the Grovyle has... I think the Grovyle would be a 2-shot on the Sudowoodo. Basically, we're going to cause them a lot of trouble. Now, I've played Sudowoodo in a lot of decks that have lower HP to help deal with Zoroark. That's why I play Sudowoodo. So that way we can play lower HP Pokemon a lot more comfortably when looking for, you know, unique and rogue decks, right? Sudowoodo plays a big role with Zoroark going around. So nonetheless, I thought this was going to be Eggman. So they do play Sceptile, so I wasn't wrong in thinking that. Right, let's start off with the Mysterious Treasure, which I'm going to Mysterious Treasure the energy away. Let's just play the game slowly. I was initially playing 4-4 Naganadel line, but I've gone down to a 3-3. Realized that I pretty much only use let's give it a Shrine and the Lily. Pretty much only use 2 Poipole versus, Naganadels in a game. So, and we're playing Rescue Stretcher as well, so we are quite comfortable with this amount. Looking at it, that's the theory anyway, you know. So far, so good, and we're going to obviously get ourselves... We're going to get rid of the Tantalizer and the Guzma. Rescue Stretcher is very valuable. And we're going to get ourselves a Sudowoodo, so we pretty much shut their deck down right now. Maybe getting rid of the Tantalizer and the Guzma wasn't the smart play, because we need to switch this Shuckle out somehow. So maybe I should have got rid of the... we'll hold that. I think we should have got rid of the... At least the Cynthia plus Tantalizer, or the Cynthia and the Guzma or something, because at least we can switch with the Tantalizer, which is why I played it in this deck, just in case we needed like a sudden switch. I'm not playing any escape boards or anything, which I know would be perfect for this deck, but I thought Naganadel would be okay retreating because it can charge to itself. Shuckle 1 retreat cost, that's fine, we can attach energies. And then we're playing the Tantalizers as well. There's alternative switch options in this deck, so I didn't think escape board was going to be incredibly valuable. But me discarding those 2 supporters was quite silly. Anyway, whilst we're sitting here waiting for my opponent to figure out whether or not they want to quit after me dropping the Sudowoodo. No, obviously, it's quite arrogant for me to say. But yeah, whilst whatever my opponent is doing, whatever they're doing on their end, I just want to obviously let you know briefly why I've not been uploading in this short period of time. I mentioned it on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, you can. It's at FTW_TCG. But what I've basically been doing is just been very, very, very busy. I mentioned in my last video, of course, that my son's birthday was on the Thursday, so he celebrated his day on the Thursday. Obviously, wasn't able to upload because of the celebration. And on the Friday, had an extremely busy day with my brother. And again, wasn't able to upload because I went out that night again with some friends on the Friday night. And then came Saturday, where I just stayed with the family. And Sunday, that followed through as well, staying with the family, Sunday being today, right? Stayed with the family today. And I'm home and able to record. So that is why, power off as per usual. That is why I haven't been able to upload on those 2 days, Thursday and Friday. So I'm going to try and make up for it here with a video today. And we'll go from there. Right, so what are they doing? It's like they're dead drawing, which is what I'd expect from this Vessel kit. Or not, okay. Or not. I would expect it from this deck, though, because they're not playing any draw supporter cards, because there's no draw supporter grass Pokemon, so they can't. They have to play a high supporter count to at least have this deck able to be run. Yeah, so there we go. They're charging up the Grovar, because I don't know if they're going to go for the Sceptile or not, or the Grovar, but they're going to need to take out the Sudowoodo. I would preferably charge up Lurantis, unless they're going for Sceptile, which kind of makes more sense. Unless, I would still rather charge up the Lurantis, but... Well, though, they could just Sceptile and then get free energy in play, and then they're hitting the same amount, 80 damage. Not hitting 60, but that would be enough to take this out with weakness. Oh, we're weak to water! Ha ha! Oh, that's even better! Jeez, I always... Yep, I get it. Sudowoodo's not a ground... no, the Sudowoodo is a ground type, sorry. No, he's a rock type. You can tell I haven't played the video game in a long time. You can really tell, can't you? Oh, gosh, I'm awful. Okay, we're going to netball, sorry, for the grass energy. We only have 2 Genesect? Ooh. We played 3. Do you know how hard it was to trade for these things? Jesus Christ. But I really wanted to own some so I could mess around with it in the future, so that's why. Alright, that doubles Cynthia. Yeah, so Sudowoodo is a rock type, right? But it's meant to look like a grass type. Am I correct? That's its gimmick, right? This is meant to look like that. Alright, we can actually use Naganadel and go for the energy reload this turn, which is great. And we have a Guzma play, which is also pretty good, so... Looks like we're going to go for the Grovar. So yeah, this is what I like. It's just Naganadel brings it to play. Energy reload, sweet, ready to go next turn. I'm not going to attach the... Are they going to carry the Genesect next turn? No, I don't think so. So I'm okay, you know, leaving that there and leaving the EXP share, sorry, in hand. That's fine by me. I'm still contemplating whether I want to also play Energy Switch with it, because you only get 1 energy reload per turn. Which means, let's say you've got a Shining Genesect on the bench and you have 2 Naganadels with energy, and the Shining Genesect only has 1 energy. You can't effectively reload both energy from your benched Naganadels onto the Shining Genesect, because it only has 1 use of energy reload. So an energy switch being teched in here could be good as well, to just help with those turns where you really need 2 energy to be moved onto your active Shining Genesect. That's where I think it would be worthwhile. Let's attach this now, because we are going to Guzma, and we're hitting 110, 130. We are just missing a KO on that, which is so painful. We could find a way to... No, we can't. We really can't here. Sceptile's the big one right now. They're currently hitting 60 because of... Oh, sorry, 80 because of Lurantis. They're going to be hitting big numbers soon, and I'm kind of scared. So I think what I'm going to do here is attach to this and go for the Guzma play. Or we could switch. We could take out Vespiquen. I think maybe Tantalizer might be better. Taking out the Lurantis could nullify their damage output on the Sceptile. But the Sceptile being the attacker, we want to take it down. And it's the only card they can attack with right now, so we might as well get in early and take it out. Yeah, might as well get in early and take it out whilst we can. I'm going to attach the Choice Band to the active just so we get an extra pull from the Oranguru. Hopefully we get something decent. That would be pretty fun. If we had an energy and a discard pile, we would have definitely been able to take a knockout this turn. But that's not the case. All right, let's just go for Gaia Blaster. 130 damage. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, so we effectively have 160 HP, so them KOing us is very slim. I was just sitting there thinking, do we take out the Lurantis and, you know, prevent further damage in the late game? But then I was sitting there going, well, their only attacker is Sceptile. This Vespiquen is dead, so we are good. Unless they play some Guzma and retreat, which they might actually be able to do this turn. Oh, no, they did it! You got Guzma to Sudowoodo. But they haven't got the KO, have they? They haven't got the KO. They don't, right? Yeah, they don't have the KO. Oh, I feel sorry for you, buddy. I'm so sorry. We have the Tate Elias just sitting there in our hand. There we go. So they're hitting 60, but it's just too little, buddy. It's too little, man. All right, let's just do the switcheroo. Bring you out. And I guess we could just load you up, right? I mean, we have to throw the energy somewhere. We can make some pulls of this Oranguru, you know. We've got a bit of a dead... I kind of don't want to Ultra Ball right now because... Okay, they've gone for the crit. It's not working out. We shut their deck down completely with Sudowoodo there, so... that's pretty neat. Hey, we got the Primal Groudon, which I'll never play. Someone pointed out, actually, in the comments, is like... although it's good that they're giving out Primal Groudon because it's a good deck, but you need... Is it Tropical Beach? Is that what it is? The stadium card that I think Primal Groudon plays 4 of, and they're ridiculously expensive. I think it's the one that allows you to draw until you have 7 cards in your hand and end your turn, right? That's a really good stadium card. Really good stadium card. But yeah, and I know it's quite expensive, so yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, we won the coin flip going first. Good stuff. We can set up nice and early. Let's see how this goes. Now, the Shuckle was obviously in there for turn 1. Getting a bunch of energy in the discard pile so we can start using Naganadel pretty much right away. And that's what I'm going to... Well, I was going to say I was going to Ultra Ball for a Shuckle here, but I think I want to get the Poipoles out first. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to discard a... Oh, I don't know what I'm up against here. An Energy and a Cynthia? That feels bad. But I don't... Yeah, I'm going to do Cynthia because I have a feeling we're up against a load of Ninetales GX here. So we really want the Choice Band. And we really want to set up quick. That's like goals, right? But really asking for... I'm going to hold the EXP share because I'm asking for a Field Blower there. And EXP share is quite valuable, so... the Sudowoodo we're not going to do anything with yet. We could... to be fair, I don't think we're going to need Sudowoodo this game unless it's a Zoroark deck. And if it is, then we can obviously... We only got 1 Naganadel. Ooh, that's scary. Okay, that's not good at all. That's really bad. That is really, really, really bad. And I think I'm going to go Nest Ball for a Oranguru. So we got our energy in a discard, which is good for next turn. We got Choice Bands and XP shares. We've got Oranguru pulls. I think if we just, you know, either do a good top deck or make a few good pulls off the Oranguru, we'll be fine. So... That's what I'm thinking. Oh, and see, this is bad. You never want to Cynthia turn 1 without playing a single card from your hand. That is sketch. That's quite sketch. Yeah, definitely sketch. They just gone for the quit. They must have had terrible hands for them just to quit like that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get into one more game. Hopefully this one fills out fully. And hopefully it's a GX deck that we come up against. I really want to play a GX deck. I really want to see how it fares against. I mean, I did play a Zoroark Decidueye deck, which we lost to because I just ran out of Genesect, which is obviously why I've thrown the rescue stretch in, right? But we did hit some pretty good numbers. I think free energy on a Genesect plus Choice Band is 140, which is pretty nice. At least you're guaranteeing 2 shots there. And getting close to 1 shots with Shrine. Okay, so... Well, I was looking at my hand going, let's make a play. Well, obviously no, we're mulliganing, which is a bit of a shame. I like that I get to play my netball here. I love it. I actually did pull a secret rare netball from a pack, but I traded it away. I like secret rares and stuff, but sometimes I'd rather trade a secret rare for something that I could use in a video that I would consider more valuable myself at that point in time. All right, so we're getting the Poipoles out, which is good, but... Okay, let's hold this one in our hand. Let's see what's going on first before we make any rash decisions here. By just throwing everything down into play. Let's see what we're up against. Lucario. Okay, see, this is why I wanted to hold one, just in case I wanted to discard. Actually, that makes no difference. Okay, I'm going to discard the... I don't know what we're playing. I don't know if we're playing Garchomp, in which both Shrine and Choice Band are irrelevant. So I guess discarding one of the other makes no real difference here. Get the Shining Genesect into play, I think. Should we? Yeah, let's get the Shining Genesect down. And drop the Shrine and play a Cynthia. Let's do that. So there we go. That's when you want a Cynthia. Play your hand and then Cynthia. That's where it gets good. Oh, we've got Ace Paradise for next turn as well, which is nice. And we're going to go for a Nest Ball here and drop down. Maybe another one of these. I think that's what we want to do. And then we could Sudowoodo. Let's wait till next turn to see what's going on. I forgot I can energy reload off my own shiny Genesect. Yeah, let's wait until next turn to see what's going on, because we could use Netball to grab Sudowoodo and get energy in the discard pile. So all we have to do is just find our Naganadels and then start, going from there. So that's looking like what we're going to be doing next turn. They've got a large hand. They've got 8 cards in their hand right now, so I'm sure this person's going to be doing something. Now, I don't know what this deck is particularly. If it's a Garchomp deck, then we probably will struggle. If it's, well, to some degree, because if they're playing the fighting type Garchomp, fighting type, if they're playing the fighting type Garchomp, then I believe that's weak to grass, right? If this is Garchomp, or if this is Lucario, then that'll also be pretty, as in Lucario GX, that'll be pretty fun to play against. Okay, there we go. But it's the Dragon type, so we don't unfortunately get to hit them for weakness, which is a bit of a shame. Main thing we want to do is take out these Riolus ASAP. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to make it like goals to take out these Riolus. So let's think. Going to attach this. At this point, Aether Paradise is much more relevant. I'm going to Netball for a Shuckle. The great thing about Shuckle is we get the energy in the discard pile for our Naganadels, and we thin our deck, so we can increase the odds of a good top deck off this Oranguru here. So let's just get 3 energy in the discard pile, so we can increase the odds of getting some good top decks here. That's nice. So let's see what we pull. Let's see. Hopefully we get a draw supporter or something. That'd be really cool. Oh, we just don't. That's a shame. I could attach one to each shiny Genesect, because we can energy reload one off the other in a turn that we need it. Lucario has... Oh, no. Yeah. No. Ah, okay. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to throw the Choice Band down, because the Choice Band's irrelevant. Might as well throw it away. Yeah, I think this is just where we're at. That's a really bomb turn. We could have really done something there. If we got some Naganadels out, that would have been great. We would have been able to attack this turn and take out that Riolu if we, pulled a draw supporter and managed to get our Naganadels out. But sometimes it just doesn't happen. Playing a Cynthia already. They played 2 Cynthias, but I'm assuming they've got Power Pads, so... I mean, when does this deck not play Power Pad? Am I right? I have seen the request, by the way, for me to play Garchomp. I will. I've built a Garchomp deck. I just want to make sure that it is a good one, because there's many styles of Garchomp you can play. There's a fighting type with Diancie. You can play it with Voltaria, which was the request that I had to play it with Voltaria. Unfortunately, I don't have any, so I don't think I can. There was, you could use Lance Prism Star or stuff like that. There's a lot you can do with Garchomp now. That's really interesting. Right, so yeah, we need to take out... this is bad, because they're going to get a Lucario anyway. Oh, Naganadel. Sure. I will take you right now. Let's see what we get off these Orangurus before we start making any decisions here. Okay. What's going on there? This guy part. So they haven't used much resources yet. Guzma. That is the best of what we have right now. Guzma. Alright, I guess we're going to charge to the Naganadel. We could energy drink. Oh, should we do energy? We should energy drink. We're going to energy drink. No, we can't. We can't energy drink. God damn it, we can't switch to the Shuckle. Ah, that's a shame. That would have been fun. Another reason to play the energy switch, I guess, right? We could switch to the Shuckle. That would have been funny. I mean, the Vulpix is only going to help them right now, right? If we Guzma out of the active, then at least and I can probably just okay, we're gonna bring up Riolu and get a Genesect over here, and then energy reload onto the benched one. Let's do that for now. And just pass. Doesn't feel good, but I think we're just gonna pass. My thought process is that basically if they want to retreat the Lucario, they need an escape board, which is an extra card they need, and if they don't have it in their hand, they would have to, if they have the Rare Candy, which I assume they do considering they got the Garchomp from their Vulpix last turn, if they Rare Candy into the Garchomp, they would have to get it with the Lucario retreat, which means they are not guaranteeing that they get the Cynthia. That's my thought process, so they don't hit the 200 damage. If they don't have it. So let's see what they grab with the Is it precognitive aura? Is that what it's called? Yeah, the precognitive aura. What did they grab? Let's see. They probably did get the Cynthia, and they're probably going to hope to hit in a skateboard. And a DCE. Which is 2-card combo to hit. So making sure they have to hit 2-card combos just decreases the odds of them getting what they want. And slows them down a little bit. So that was my thought process in Guzmaing up the Riolu. Okay, so they're definitely not going for... That's good news. That's good. They're definitely not going for that. And we do get to attack this turn, which is... Oh, no, we don't. We don't get to attack. God damn it. We don't get to attack. We have to play the Shrine. We have to play the Shrine just so we can get a pull of Oranguru. And I'm playing this all wrong. We had to play the Shrine just so we can Oranguru, which feels bad, but hey. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. I think that's a good thing. What's our discard pile looking like? We got 2. Yeah, I think we can attack this turn now. I think we can because we can... Yeah. We can retreat with the active Shining Genesect. Shrining Genesect. That's what it's called then. Similar to Shrining Lugia, right? Shrining Genesect. Okay. Let's energy reload onto both of these bad boys. Retreat the active and attack with the benched one. There we go. We get to attack finally and take out a Riolu. And then hopefully we can fish for a Guzma. How many Guzmas do we have left? We have 2. So hopefully we can fish for a Guzma and take out the other Lucario there, which I believe has exactly 110 HP, right? Which is great because that's the number we're hitting right now. And probably the number we're primarily going to be hitting. Tantalizer, I'll take it, but I want a Guzma. I do want a Guzma. Yeah, that would be quite important. Also, we can actually take this thing out with Naganadel itself, which is pretty cool, being weak to Psychic. That's good news. So we could effectively try and attack next turn with a Naganadel if we want to take out the Riolu. So if we want to take out the Lucario. So yeah, taking out the Lucario is pretty much the way to beat Garchomp. Because it stops the guaranteed 1 card every turn and then hitting the 200 damage, right? They're probably going to get a Cynthia here. If they don't, they've got to get a Power Pad. Because they are going low on Cynthias. They've only got 3, so they have to Power Pad sometime, right? And that's why I want to take out these Lucarios and stuff. So they just reduce the odds of hitting these cards. Because Garchomp relies a lot on, obviously, Lucario fetching the cards they need to make sure the deck can sustain itself. So here they didn't get the Power Pad, which is good news. Okay, let's do that. And let's promote probably a Naganadel, because at least we can retreat it if we need to. Yeah, let's promote a Naganadel. Because we can just charge up and retreat if we need to. So that's probably what we're going to do. Okay. Okay. Ideally, we Guzma and KO the Lucario. But how do we get to a Guzma? We could Mysterious Treasure and get ourselves like a Poipole or something. Or, well, no, we can't. We'd have to have Mysterious Treasure for nothing to thin our hand. And hopefully a Oranguru and top deck that. But we have to top deck a Guzma and an energy with 3 cards in a 3-card pool. Like, the odds are super, super low. We could attack into the active Garchomp. That feels bad. We have to... We're going to risk it. We have to take out... Okay, what's going on? 1 Goosebump. Oh, no. This isn't going to happen. Fingers crossed. Dreamers can be dreamers, right? Oh, big oof. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, let's just go for the Cynthia and go from there. Right, Eighth of Paradise could be quite helpful here, so let's just keep that in play. And let's bring our Shining Genesect back in, and Sudowoodo, I think. That's what we want. And maybe we could bench our Sudowoodo. That would be kind of neat. Let's do that. Let's get rid of the Lily. Might as well force him to ditch something, right? Oh, we could get another Oranguru, though. No, that's... Well, they're only going to get rid of the Vulpix, right? Maybe bench another Genesect? That might be ideal. Yeah, let's bench another Genesect. I think draw is fine. We have Oranguru and Cynthia in hand. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to charge up twice, reload twice. That's just, and then just, we're probably just going to have to leave this Naganadel in the active. Probably should have promoted the one with the energy, but I was preparing for a Guzma play, and that's just where we went wrong. So that's just like where we're at. Oh, no, tell a lie. We can retreat this. We can retreat. We can energy load off the 2 here on the Naganadel, so we don't have to energy reload off the active. And we're just going to have to retreat into the Shuckle, which is like the easiest one for them to KO, but regardless, they're KOing everything anyway. So let's just do that. And we'll have to roll just like this and just leave it like that for now. So that's a bit of a shame, unfortunately. Really wanted to get just a Guzma play so we could take out these Lucarios, because that's just what we need to get rid of. And all they need now is just an EXP share, and they have basically a good stream of attack. Well, not even that, really. They can just attach the energy to this Gabite in their head in the energy attachment race, effectively, on their side, because they want to be ahead so that they can stream attacks. So there we go. They got the desired power pad, and then they're going to use the other Lucario now to get the Cynthias. The good thing, though, is that considering they have to play the Cynthias, they can't play the Guzmas, so our bench is pretty much always safe, which is really good news in that sense. But we have at least 2 Pokemon guaranteed going to be KO next turn, which is probably the Genesect, which probably means that we have to attack on the free price turn with a Naganadel, and then follow up with another Shiny Genesect. It looks like that's where we're going to go here. But every turn they could Chaos. This is the hard thing. When it's a non-GX deck versus a non-GX deck, it's all about taking the prizes. It's all, well, obviously in any game it is, but it's all about taking them quickly. Because if you get ahead in that, it's very hard to catch up. So, because you can't just take 2 prizes in one turn and quickly catch up and be like, okay, we're on even terms now, la la la. Like, okay, I have to knock out 2 of your Pokemon just to become on even terms with you. And if you're KO my Pokemon already, odds are you're already established, which means it's going to be harder to KO your stuff. It's just a downward spiral when you play non-GX decks against non-GX decks and you start losing. So that's usually my experience of it. Let's just see what's going on. So we got a Guzma. Let's instruct here. See if we pull an energy. Energy is like really important. No energy. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Looks like we have to Cynthia and just attack into this Garchomp, which is just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And it's just not working out for us, is it? It is not working out at all. Oh, we could actually tell a lie. We could Guzma. I think I'm overthinking. We can Guzma. No, we can't. No. I somehow believe that I could energy reload twice. I can't. Yeah, we have to Cynthia here. We need an energy. We have to attack. Oh, okay. Saved by the netball. Am I right? We got the other Shiny Genesect as well. Oh, that could be good. But let's not. Let's get what we need and get the energy. Let's just do that for now. And I guess we Sudowoodo them, right? Do we? Don't we? This thing is getting KO'd next turn, so yeah. We'll have a bench spot for the other Shiny Genesect afterwards, because this is going down. So, we just have to prepare for that. They're probably going to drop the Vulpix. That's going to be my guess. But at least they don't get the Vulpix, you know? That's kind of my thought process there. Just at least they don't get it. So they are playing a blend, which I know you can do. They're playing a blend of the Garchomps, which, yeah, I kind of like that. But right now, my headspace is in Dragon Garchomp, which I wouldn't have said before. But you've got Altaria if you really want to boost damage in Diance's place, which I know is harder to get out. More of that. But it has a lower retreat cost, which means it's harder for it to get stuck up front, unlike Diance. You can stack them if you really want to, but obviously I don't think you would. But you could stack Altarias if you want to, other than Diance, so you don't require the choice bands to get some knockout on some big Pokemon. And on top of that, you get the Lance Prism Star, which is really good, allowing you to just get the Garchomps out in play like immediately. That's awesome. So there's that. There's just a lot of benefits with playing Dragon in comparison to playing the Fighting. But the Fighting obviously has the weakness to hits weakness against Zoroark. But I mean, you're looking to hit the 200 damage anyway. Yeah, so 110 there on the active Garchomp just feels bad. They're just KOing us so easily here, which is just such a shame. We have the Guzma where we can take out at least one Lucario next turn, so that feels okay. And we have, I think we only had one Guzma in deck, so we hopefully have to take a Guzma from a prize so we can follow up with another attack on a Genesect if we are able to charge it up in time to the second Lucario that's down and hopefully cause a lot of problems there to just keep shutting them down. But they are just getting everything they need every single turn, which is just so painful. It is so painful when this deck just does exactly what it wants all the time. It's very, very hard to play against. But that's the life of fighting a Garchomp deck, right? With that said, I don't know, have there been any Garchomp decks that's actually done well in a tournament? And if not, why? I think it's viable. I think there's decks that's done well in tournaments that are considered to be on an equal level of viability in comparison to Garchomp. That's my personal opinion for that, at the very least. I mean, we could just take out this active Garchomp. But why? If we just shut down the Lucario system, then that would be better, right? That's my thought process. Let's see. Nest Ball, good stuff. Okay, we can get the other Genesect out. That's good. All right, I'm a bit more comfortable now. Yeah, let's charge up here and let's play some Guzmas. Let's play a Guzma and take out a Lucario so we can at least cause a bit of trouble. A little bit. Only a little bit, unfortunately, but that's just where we're at. And luckily we get to take a turn here for Shiny Genesect to use its energy reload. So next turn, if we get an energy in our hand, we can at least guarantee another attack. So we can stream our attacks, which I've emphasized obviously to you many a times that streaming attacks is super important if you're just going for the KOs and you're not like spreading damage or something like that. Really, really, really important. All right, Guzma, please bless me. Unfortunately not. At least we have the energy, so we have another turn where we can figure it out. Obviously, they're going to do this one because they don't want the other one getting KO'd. That's fair. They are down now. A lot of Ryulus and Lucario, so they rescue stretch. I was just about to say they're going to rescue stretch. That is very true. And they now have to get themselves a way to get another Ryulu in place, so they could go for Brooklet Hill. They could go for Nest Ball. How many Nest Balls have they played? 2, so I don't know if they can fit enough Nest Balls in their deck. I don't know if they can fit more than that. Let's find out. Garchomp is a very, very tight deck. It's very tight. There's so much you can do with it. It's just quite hard to figure out. Right. At the end of the day, there's going to be a turn, right, where they don't Cynthia with a Lucario. At the very least, there's got to be one turn, and that's our turn. But if they just keep Cynthiaing and reshuffling their hands, they could be causing themselves some problems. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's because you constantly have to shuffle your hand away and you just can't play Guzma, let's say. That's annoying. A bench Ryulu is ridiculously annoying because we're just trying to shut them down and they're like, nope, we're just going to keep coming in. We're going to keep coming in with our Ryulus here. I don't give a damn. Which is just so painful. 170 damage. Okay. Now I've got to think. What do I promote? Probably this Naganadel because we can just manually retreat. So that's fine. Let's do that. Guzma, please. No. Okay. That's just where we are. I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Lucamine 2 Guzmas up, I think. That's where my headspace is right now. Yeah. We're going to Lucamine for 2 guns. We're going to take this turn to use our Lucamine and at least use it in some way. At the very least. And charge up these Naganadels because we can use Naganadel to take out the Lucarios. That's just where my headspace is at right now. At the very least. Right, so let's Lucamine and get Guzmas out from the discard pile. Good stuff. So now we can just start targeting. Alright. Let's go for the energy reload here and just retreat this active Naganadel. There we go. Good stuff. And just go for a Gaia Blaster again. For 110, just hitting minimal damage, unfortunately. But we have something at the least. At the very least, we have something to follow up with. Or two things to follow up with. But I just think we're too short. I just think we're too short. Now, they have to have another Lucario in order to be able to get the Cynthia this turn, which could be huge. It could be really huge, because if they don't have another Lucario, they can't get a Cynthia because they're all gone, which means they have to Power Pad this turn. And if they don't have a Power Pad in their hand, God forbid they don't. Sorry, God forbid they do, should I say. Then they have one turn where the engine has failed. And that's really, really, really good for us. It's like when you play Granbull and then they have that one turn where they just don't hit the 160. You're like, yes, this is my opportunity. One shot, one opportunity. So, yes, I'm so excited. Oh, this is fantastic. We can actually start coming in and just, pow, you know, smacking them. Okay, let's do it. Let's Guzma up the Lucarios and just, this is a nice feeling. This is a very nice feeling. And funnily enough, we can still throw some energies onto this Shiny Genesect and just buff its damage output while it's alive. Just because why not? We have AXP shares in play, so hopefully they don't feel blowing them away. Odds are they won't, so that way we can still keep our energy going when this is down, so we can still attack with our Naganadels. So there we go, 130 damage, good stuff. And their engine is absolutely ruined in the hopes that they don't have another Lucario in hand. So, oh, this game is a grinder. Whew. But as I said, take the Lucarios out and they will struggle. Luckily, they haven't been able to get another one into play, and that was a very big turn. And the Lusamine came in real clutch. Okay, so they got the power pad, and they have to have the Lucario. But the Lusamine came in real clutch, being able to just grab our Guzmas from the discard pile, so now we know we can fulfill our strategy without relying on a top deck. Speaking of, we only have 6 cards on our deck, so we better make this quick. Okay, got the Rescue Stretcher, so they're just recovering everything. They're manually recovering the Rescue Stretcher. Okay, that's smart. They're getting the Lucario. They can now get they can hit the extra damage. Little do they know, we are just going to smack that Lucario out of existence. And they're only going to be able to be hitting 100 damage, and we will hopefully cruise through pretty well. Hopefully. Hopefully. We have to attack with Naganadel for the rest of the game, I'm afraid. So maybe playing an extra Genesect would be great. I was only able to get 3, but maybe playing a 4th Genesect would be very vital. I think that is very vital. So, note taken. Note taken. We just have to hope that they don't top deck the Cynthia in these turns where we take our KOs, you know? Oh no, they're going to have a Ryulu down. Oh, they're just finding a way. They're constantly finding a way. And we are fighting them. It's just not working. Oh, that is painful. That is super painful. Okay, let's just get these energies into play for the time being. And we're going to Goozer up the Lucario and take him out. Maybe we should be taking out the Garchomps, but I'm just thinking like they're fine with the Garchomps. The Garchomps is not the problem. Because they just have all of them ready and good to go, even though they're on low HP. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Let's just go in with it, and we might as well take a turn to charge up. I mean, should we? I don't think so. I think it's kind of pointless, but why not, right? We might need that energy for some reason. You never know. We might need a retreat or something. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think there's any reason in doing this. I think this is game over, I'm afraid, considering they just got the benched Ryulu. They could top deck themselves into a another Cynthia. You know, there's just many ways they could go about this and just win the game this turn, which is a bit of a shame. But at least we put up a fight. At least we put up a fight. That's where it's good. Yeah, there we go. That's game. All right, we're going to say well played. They got themselves the Cynthia, and that is it. Whew. I'm very unfortunate, but that was quite a tough matchup nonetheless. Maybe a 4th Genesect would be good. I've seen people play this with a Venusaur line, which is pretty cool as well. You could do that, but it might make the deck a bit clunky. You could throw in a Lurantis Prism Star in there just to buff out some damage if you want. Maybe with a Ditto Prism Star just to throw it in as like a tech. Could be something, so maybe we could try that as well. But yeah, let me show you the list. The list is here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Particularly, let me know your criticisms. I'd love to be, believe it or not, I love to be criticized on these lists because, in my opinion, it's the criticisms that help you improve more than the compliments. So please do let me know any ways you think this deck could be improved on, because I really love this idea and I think it's really fun. And ever since Shining Genesect came out, I was like, I really want to play this card. It looks so fun to play. And there's just so many options now. Anyway, nonetheless, enough of me yapping on. The deck list, of course, will be in the description. You can join my Discord server as well and join the community where you can suggest decks to me and just discuss things with me directly. But other than that, do leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course, subscribe for more. And I promise you, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.